This news update is brought to you by...
Everyone's looking for more space.
How many pairs of shoes do you need?
Closet space.
Circle again, I think I see one.
Parking space.
And that is how Pythagoras' theorem works, understand?
Even headspace. But when it comes to data storage, MyCloud from Lime has plenty of room for you. Upgrade to a Lime data plan of 500 megs or more and get 3 gigs of MyCloud data storage free. It's great for storing photos, music, and much more. So don't delete it. Store it on MyCloud from Lime. It's the only space to be.
Upgrade to Lime.
Welcome to the Barbados Today afternoon update for Wednesday, February 11th, 2015. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. Our top story, Parkinson Principal Jeff Broomes is not at all happy with the Ministry of Education. Last night, the ministry in a release revealed that Broomes, who has been at the center of controversy with his teaching staff, will be given a term's leave in September, then proceed on retirement in January next year. But Broomes tells Barbados Today the ministry cannot dictate when he will retire. And he's also annoyed that officials aid his personal affairs to the public.
The ministry cannot set retirement time for me.
Oh, the ministry cannot set it for you?
They cannot set retirement time for me. I have written them outlining my thrust of retirement, and I told them my retirement day be 1st of May. If they have a different focus, well, it may end up being what they want, but I will get a legal thrust on it first, and that will determine what it is.
All right.
I will. I find it out to play. I don't know why they would write something like that to me.
Yeah.
Why they would write something like that? Why would they put my private correspondence to them, the contents of my private correspondence, into the public domain? I don't know why they would do it, but they must know why.
Meantime, he says measures are still in place at the Pine Institution for students to be supervised, as a number of teachers are still absent from classes.
I told you yesterday that there were 30 teachers, that there were 28 teachers at school yesterday. Indeed, there were 30.
30, yeah.
And today there are 31 present. And so I am not sure. But so I am not even stressing myself over it, really. I'm trying to do the best I can with the resources I have and these student leaders to control the school. And I stay in contact with the Ministry of Education, but I don't have much else really. None else has changed.
But based on the fact that you displayed all these weapons that you would have confiscated from the students?
No, there is no school in Barbados where there are no weapons. There are weapons in every secondary school. And we can pretend as much as you want. Parkinson is defined too, right? That means something too, whether it be related or not.
Yeah.
And my position is all of us, principals and teachers, we have to be vigilant and do what we can.
Principal Jeff Broomes speaking to our Neville Clark. Well, much of the same was expected over at Alma Parish Secondary School in St. Peter, but we were unable to get a response from Principal Valdez Francis up to news time. Yesterday, the head of the Barbados Union of Teachers, Pedro Shepherd, served notice that teachers at both schools will remain off the jobs until their concerns are addressed on a number of issues. In other news, childhood obesity is a growing trend in Barbados, and Health Minister John Boyce is calling for a strong response at the national level to combat the worrying development. Speaking at the start of a childhood obesity preventative workshop at the Pan American Health Organization this morning, Boyce especially urged food providers to offer more healthy selections.
I would like to take this opportunity to urge the food industry to respond to the challenge of promoting healthier eating, reducing fat, sugar and salt levels in food, and making more healthy choices available to Barbadians. In doing so, you'll be making a significant contribution to the achievements of a healthier population and by extension to the overall productivity of our country.
Lawmen are appealing for public help to solve 2 homicides. This as they continue investigations into the unnatural deaths of 32-year-old Jason Wall and 22-year-old Lamar Carter. Wall of Moore's Land St. John was killed by a masked gunman while sitting with another person in the housing area in Belle Plaine, St. Andrew on Sunday night, while Carter of Spring Farm, St. Thomas, his body was discovered in the wee hours of yesterday morning inside a motor car at Mangrove by a police patrol. The occupants of that car escaped by foot into the surrounding areas. Police Public Relations Officer David Welch is appealing to anyone with information that could help lawmen solve these murders to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-8477 or police emergency number at 211. He's also promised that all calls will be kept confidential. And on a lighter note, you can call her the Toast of St. John. Ione Beckles last evening celebrated her 102nd birthday with family members and friends at her Coach Hill residence. Family members tell Barbados Today Beckles, who is affectionately known as a Miss B, still moves around freely with limited assistance. She's a lover of hugs and kisses, and on her big day, she was showered with much affection, much to her delight. So big congratulations from Barbados Today.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In sports, a West Indies cricketer finds himself in a legal pickle off the field. Trinidadian Lyndall Simmons is being sued by a woman after he electronically disseminated intimate photographs of her to several of his colleagues. Account executive Therese Ho charges in a breach of confidence lawsuit that Simmons broke a common law that protects private information conveyed to another in confidence. Simmons, however, argues that he never shared a relationship with Ho and that his encounter with her was only a one-time affair and therefore he did not owe her any confidentiality. The trial is set to begin on March 23. To news from the region now, where parliamentarians in St. Lucia are debating a recommendation by the Constituency Boundaries Commission to increase the number of constituencies in the country. We get more of that debate from HTS News Force.
In his address to the House, Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony said the committee's recommendations will ensure the electoral system is in keeping with the requirements of the nation's constitution.
When the boundaries were last changed in 2001, we were recommended even then to move to 19 seats, and we decided to hold off that move. We have seen 2 census reports since, and the information from the 2010 census is clear. A 65% increase in our population between 1970 and 2010, the last time we had a change in the number of seats.
And on the international scene, a grim report from the United Nations that at least 300 migrants are feared dead after the boat carrying them from North Africa sank in the Mediterranean Sea. More in this BBC report.
The Coast Guard rescued 9 survivors from 2 rubber dinghies, and unfortunately the number of dead and lost at sea is getting higher. You know that, of course, 29 people died of hypothermia on Monday, and those survivors are 9 in total. The 2 were passengers of a rubber dinghy with 105 people on board. The other 7 were on board of another boat with 107 people on board. That makes 203 people lost at sea today.
And on that note, we come to the end of our afternoon update, but you can join us again this evening. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Lime TV, as well as a Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. To have a good day.
This news update is brought to you by...
Everyone's looking for more space.
How many pairs of shoes do you need?
Closet space.
Circle again, I think I see one.
Parking space.
And that is how Pythagoras' theorem works. Understand?
even headspace. But when it comes to data storage, MyCloud from Lime has plenty of room for you. Upgrade to a Lime data plan of 500 megs or more and get 3 gigs of MyCloud data storage free. It's great for storing photos, music, and much more. So don't delete it. Store it on MyCloud from Lime. It's the only space to be.